2.5 years ago, when I started to work out, I was overweight. I messed up everything and I was not on a good path. But eventually I knew that I had to do something about it. There's no way that I could keep going this way because I knew I was in a bad path and the road would only get darker from this point on. So I started to work out. I wanted to get a Greek god physique, and because of my new goal, in the last 2.5 years I've been able to reach my dream physique. I don't have any more belly fat or fat on my face. So now the question is, how was I able to do it? Why did I succeed? Why did other people fail? I'm going to give you my methods and principles that I follow that you should also follow if you want to lose the belly fat. So let's go through the first principle. This is a marathon, not a race. Have patience. I know that you have seen on social media where people go through crazy transformations in a short period of time, but the problem is those videos are more than likely scams. But as a viewer, you don't know that, so you compare yourself to those people. You say to yourself, if they can lose so much fat in a short period of time, why can't I? I just have to follow them. And yeah, you can follow them, but I know for a fact if you try to lose weight as fast as possible, you will need to make drastic changes to your diet and become really strict. And what is the consequences of that? The consequences of that is you will hate yourself. There will be too much friction. It will be very hard for you to lose weight. A diet where you have to be very strict is not a diet you can keep up with. Yes, you will get faster results, but you won't be able to be consistent for a long time. The reason why the first principle is so important is because if you truly understand that this is a marathon that you will run for the rest of your life, you will need to have a diet that you can stick to, a diet that you can have for years. Now, to stick to a diet, you need to have restrictions, but don't be too strict. Find your balance. If you love chocolate, don't cut it out 100% from your diet. Eat it in small portions a few times per week. That is at least how I do it. I was able to go down to 10% body fat with the first principle, so if I can do it, you can too. Now, let's go over to the second part, and that is, you have to understand what you eat. You see, just because something has low calories does not mean you should eat it. A lot of the processed foods out there has low calories, and the problem with processed foods is that it doesn't have any nutrients, plus there's probably too much carbs in them. And the problem with eating too much carbs is that it messes up your hormones and energy level. To simplify, when you eat too much carbs, your energy level rises, and when it rises, it will drop. When it drops, your brain gets tricked into thinking that you're starving. So what happens? Your brain sends signal to the rest of your body that tells them you're hungry, you're starving, we need food. So what happens? You get hungry again after a few hours. Then bam, you eat more, and now you're in a calorie surplus. When I started to lose weight, I did research on this, so I didn't fall for this trap. I went through a different path. I followed a high fat, high protein, animal based diet. That was the easiest method for me, and you can just copy me. By the way, if you want my help on your fat loss journey, click the first link in the description. For the third tip, you have to work out and do cardio. I know that you're probably already doing it, but I had to mention it. The reason why you have to work out is because you want to replace all the fat with muscles. You will look 10 times better that way. Only doing cardio and losing fat, it works. You will look better than being fat, but you won't max out your potential. I have seen a lot of guys who work out and only do cardio. They lose all the fat, but still their body isn't aesthetic. So if you work out and lose fat at the same time, you will look 10 times better. And for your workouts, you can follow any splits you want. I personally do Arnold split. The reason why I do that is because I want to focus on arms and shoulders. For aesthetics, your shoulders are the most important muscle group on your body. That is the part that gives you the V taper, the Doritos look. And when it comes to cardio, 2 times a week is good enough. It doesn't really matter which cardio machine you use, all of them works. The thing that matters is your heart rate and how hard you're pushing your body. My personal goal every time I do cardio is to at least burn 100 calories per 10 minutes. If that is too hard for you, you can lower the goal as long as you're pushing the body and you're sweating. If you follow what I've said in this video, it's almost guaranteed that you will succeed. Eat high fat, high protein, animal based diet, work out and do cardio, and the most important part throughout the whole video is to have patience. It's a marathon. You have to hold out. You will see the results with time. So leave a like and comment how you're gonna apply this to your training and fat loss journey, and always subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.